What's up? How you doing? I'd like to thank my friend Bruce Hayden for the introduction. I actually saw Bruce speak about a year ago at Pechachka, and he was really inspired me to be as honest as I'm going to be tonight, so thank you very much. Tonight is the first and last time that all of us are going to be in this room together, so I thought it best that I take some time to speak about something of utmost importance. In this age of cynicism, I decided that I would speak about something that is taboo to speak of today, in the same way that sexuality once was, and that is love. A year ago, I took a look at myself to see exactly what defined the person that I was. I wanted to determine the position I was in my life and further my potential. I will say that I was not entirely happy with who I was. I've experienced bouts of selfishness and laziness and other deplorable common traits, but I gave myself a chance to gain an awareness in an altogether different fashion as I recognized that I had the opportunity to become a greater person. It's been a very mindful year. I've read a lot of philosophy, I've gone on a lot of walks, I've eaten better, I've drank less, a little bit less. I did some traveling, I even committed to a retreat of silence for 11 days on a mountaintop, just to kind of get down to the quietest and allow some of the truth to rise up to the top. I determined during this time that I am singularly motivated by that which profoundly moves me. I love my life. I love what I do with my life. I've openly discussed the ideals of passion and community for years without really ever considering what the foundation is behind these things. And I really recognize that the passion is the love internal and the community is the love external. The further I pursue my goals with these two things, I see that they're getting braided tighter and tighter in my life. I'm in the process of opening myself to love in all its facets. I love my family and my friends. I love how incredibly familiar strangers are to me. I love that I've had the opportunity to meet and work with some of the greatest people in this city. I love to drink beer with my friends on rooftops and to speak openly, vulnerably, and from this discourse create change. I love our city and the artists within it. I think that finally the city is getting better and we're really determining the signature of our skyline. Although I really question what's going on with BC Place. It's kind of weird. As an attendee and as a participant, I feel like I am doing my part. First and foremost, I am an artist. And Vancouver is a very difficult city to be an artist due to some of the limitations it presents. But I believe in life by design, and a decade ago, myself and two friends took a stand and made a change. We started an art show in 2001 that was created to support a community of artists that were not receiving the attention that they deserved. We started a show that was designed to bring the people back to the art. And the concept was very simple. It's a one-night art show, highly curated pieces of art where everything had a uniform price point that almost anyone could afford. The Cheaper Show was born. Within the first 3 shows, we had lineups around the block to get in. By the 5th show, we had curators and gallery owners coming down to scour for some talent, and we had collectors lining up hours in advance to get in. Growing almost solely by word of mouth, we started getting contacted by artists from all over the world wanting to show with us. A community started to build around the show and kept growing exponentially. The Cheaper Show creates an eclipse, a single evening that allows a determined focus on the work of 200 artists whom all have made a conscious sacrifice to sell their work for $200. This excites the market by introducing a roster of talent that might have gone unchecked otherwise. It inspires a new sense of participatory action in the community and introduces new buyers into the art market, many of whom go on to meet with the artists and buy work from them in the months following the show. Last summer, we had our largest show to date where we showcased 400 pieces of work from 200 international artists, and the show actually drew a crowd of 7,000 people in a single night, and we sold over 315 pieces in 6 hours. What originally started as a grassroots show has now grown to become the largest one-night show in Western Canada. The Cheaper Show celebrates its 10th anniversary in Vancouver in June, and this fall we have our first show in Toronto. We're very proud to be exporting a piece of Vancouver culture to Toronto. That's almost an oxymoron. In the last 2 years, during the economic crash and the historically awful arts funding cuts from the Liberals, the Cheaper Show actually doubled in size. When it came to financing the growing costs of hosting thousands of people, we turned to this community here. Philanthropists such as Michael O'Dane, John and Ruth Fluvog, Scott Hawthorne, John Bromley, as well as Lynn Zanata and Sam Sullivan have generously helped support us, and we thank them for their distinct generosity. We're proud that they are confidently seeing their contribution go directly towards fostering an incredible art community and art economy in Vancouver. Over the last 9 shows, we have exhibited over 1,000 artists, we have sold over 1,000 pieces, and we have paid out over $165,000 to artists in this city. Last March, we formed the Emerging Arts Foundation, a federal nonprofit to facilitate running this event for years to come. This March, we'll be opening up the doors of Black and Yellow, our first gallery that will help sustain some of the arts year-round in this city. The people that work in the Cheaper Show are in the service of the arts. They love what they do. It is said, the ones among you that will be really happy are those who have sought and found a way to serve. All of this comes from not just passion and not just community, but love. After all this commitment to this show for 10 years and a recommitment to myself, I'm becoming a better person. And I'm sure I still have some more mistakes to make. I'm actually very much into making mistakes. I believe that if you smash out your teeth a few times, it actually improves the legitimacy of your smile. While I can be accused of oversimplifying things here, I can guarantee that through a truly loving act, you will have a profoundly resounding effect in every situation. Through the Cheaper Show, I've seen firsthand how it can all come together. I think that the time of me, my, and mine is coming to an end. And as the world approaches critical mass, we will need to turn to one another. I'm happy to have helped build a positive community here. I've learned that you must love without remorse or restraint. This is how we maintain our ethical foundations. I believe that through love, we can still do some beautiful, selfless things for one another. This life is not perfectly scripted, acted, or directed. This is an impulsive improvisation where we endeavor to show the best of our performance to an audience. Thank you very much for your time.